got fired from my last job and I thought, this is it. I'm going to start my own business. So I rented a house. I lived upstairs and I started selling cars out of my front yard. But the problem was, by the time I got my dealer's license and rented my house, I had $500. So it was definitely a problem buying cars. So my father, I went to my father and I said, well, maybe you could just help me a little bit. And he said, no. So he said, you're going to start in the gutter. And I said, well, I didn't even really know what that meant. And he said, well, you have to start buying some like $200 cars and selling them for like $19.95. So I started buying like used Hondas and used Subarus, like $200 and $300, and cleaning them up myself, and then turning around and selling them for like anywhere from $1,800 to $1,900 a piece. But see, I could really only buy one at a time, and it's not too appealing to see a car lot with just one car. So I had a lot of friends that were in the automobile business, and they would bring me their cars to sell because they were wholesalers and they get caught in between and couldn't make the money on their cars. So I had this retail license, so I started selling their cars for them on consignment. And the deal was I'd get them all set up for them, and then I'd charge them a fee. So by doing that, I was able to get like several cars on the lot. I usually only owned one or two of them, but those $500 checks kept coming in from all the cars I was selling. So that really kept me going. One of the things that I'll never forget was there was a fellow by the name of Mr. Saxby, and he owns Saxby Implement Business. And he came to me to buy a used car for one of his children. And he had been very successful. And I'd been in business for about 6 months, and I was just breaking even. In fact, I ate macaroni and cheese for the first 2 years and gained 20 pounds, because you could buy those boxes for 25 cents a piece. And so I sat down with him one day and I said, Mr. Saxby, how long did it take before you made any money? He said, well, Katie, it took me 10 years. I said, 10 years? But you know what? I worked for 10 years before I actually started making a profit. So it is a long road to make money when you start a business with only $500.